So this is the grid view, and he is setting up the data. So the details he is setting up with, and text also. Okay, he is customizing basically. Inside this he is simply making a text. Here he is designing the adapter as a another class. Okay, and now if you would like to set something, so if you want to make, here I simply have shown an image view, so that is image. But if you have a more complex view like image with an edit, image with a text views and all, we'll create a separate list item. So means a grid item. If it is a list view, we'll say list item. If it is a grid view, we'll say grid item. So for that view, we will create an inside your layout files. We'll create some XML file what to be there inside that particular grid. Okay, means for this single position we are going to write one more layout file. So that is what he is going to do now. So just come here. Here it is. Inside that, what he is trying to do, an image view, and inside that again a linear layout with two text views. Okay, so once you means that view is going to look like this, an image, beside that you will have two text views in every grid item. So now he see how he is implementing that. What is the time now for you?
9:31.
Okay, so fine.
9:37. Sorry.
Okay, so try to understand this. If you don't, then let me know, I'll explain later. So here simply we'll use layout inflator class to inflate something. So if you would like to inflate a menu, you'll use menu inflator. If you would like to inflate a layout, we'll use layout inflator. Why? Because for this grid item I am creating a customized layout. So I would like to take that layout file here. So using layout inflator. So here I am taking a, so for this, if you have a only single thing, we have used the context. If you have a multiple things to be implemented, that is a string array of the grid values. So here I am taking the string array of grid values. Layout inflator, which is a system service, context.layout inflator. The view is equals to grid view basically here, but default it is a convert view. So as just like whatever you did, context is equals to C, just do with the context is equals to C, and the grid values is equals to grid values. So you can take anything, not in the, here it is a GB also. And you know what is a get count and get item ID, but here for us get view is the major method we have to implement here. And as usually we know, so just check the condition. If the convert view is equals to null, you just start with your grid view. Okay, grid view is equals to new view of the context. So layout inflator, just implement that. And so we already know how to do it. Here previously it was a image view, but now in my case it is my new view. Okay, so view is equals to new view of the context. So for that particular view I am going to use set the data using inflator method. So that object is equals to inflator of or.layout.grid item and null. And even so inside that we have a text view, so I have to import them. So we already know how to load it. So if it is a text view is equals to find view by id method, but it is belongs to which view? This particular view item. So view object dot that particular items, you just load them. And now string array of labels is equals to grid values of the position, and if array of labels is equals to windows, set that particular image that so and so. But in some cases we not to check that, so defaultly we'll put it in an order. So let's take it in order. Finally we already know, if else, so the view will be the convert view, and which we are going to return a grid view. That's it. So this is a little complex view. You just go through it, everything is step by step procedure. I'm pasting this inside your chart window. Just take it for your practice. If you would like to create a new adapter and a new class. Okay, so this is all about your customized views. If it is a list view, wherever you see the grid, you just replace with the list. That's it. No change. Even you need not to. So the only thing is you put it uh, list view here inside your activity here. That's it. Instead of a grid view, you put list view. That's it. No more changes. And if it is a more complex view, you just create a list item here. However, you created a grid item over there. So if you are unable to understand those things, so you do let me know. We'll do it. Okay. So fine.
Okay.
Done.
So I'll practice tomorrow and I'll tell you my questions
Okay,
during
fine,
class.
no problem. So now I'll create a simple example of spinner which is left for our adapter views. Then we'll close the class. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So just go to file, create a new project. So which is a spinner. So you can just spinner view also, no issues. And no more change in the project location. Everything is same. Just click on next. So take a blank activity, click on finish. So spinner view is ready. So let us make a spinner view inside this. So before going to that, let's create an ID for this text view. ID plus @ID. I am taking it as a label. Save this, and now create a new view called spinner. So that is a spinner with this field parent, and I am taking it as a wrap content. Okay, and make it. So and create an ID for this, that is a bread plus ID spinner. So save this. So here I am going to show the list of versions, Android versions. Okay, just to save my time, from my previous program I am copying this string array file. Okay, just come to your activity file, just inside your main activity, just copy the string array, save this and come back. Inside on create view, just load your spinner view, which you already know. Spinner, so spin is equals to, typecast it to the spinner. So find view by id method or dot id dot spinner, and with semicolon, save this. So for this spinner we would like to set the data. So to set the data, first of all there will be some set of main rules. Set like set drop down view, we already know the adapters already. Okay, type spinner. So here it is. So it look like this. Spinner is nothing else. So drop down view resource like other things, and which will allow us to select only one item at a time. So just set your spinner and now create your resource. So this fellow has created it in a string array of your strings.xml file of values directory. So using array adapter I am going to do it now. So you already know how to create an array adapter. Okay, so just go to your, so on create and create an array adapter. Of type, you can take whatever the type you are trying to take. So let me take a string. He has taken as a character sequence. That is your wish. So I'm taking that as a versions is equals to new array adapter of type string. So it will take the context. So let us take this, and layout resource id as the default resource id of an Android. So Android dot resource dot layout dot simple list item. So simple drop down item. So simple spinner drop down or simple spinner item, you can take whatever you want. And finally, so anything else, string of objects. So here string of objects name I have created that as Android versions. So here it is, and with semicolon. Now so set something for this as that should be a drop down view resource. Okay, you can take a simple spinner drop down item as your drop down view resource. So for an adapter, so for adapter I have set the name as versions. So set it as set drop down view resource. Okay, so integer resource, you can just take it out from your default existing one. So already whatever is there, simple as it is predefined by Android, we will prefix with Android dot r dot layout dot. So, so simple drop down. Yeah. Save this if you want to see simple spinner drop down item. Finally, using set adapter method, set the data for your spinner. So what is my spinner object? The spinner object is spinner dot set adapter method will take a simple adapter. So my adapter is here, name it as versions. So that's it. Save the data. Click on run button. It will take few minutes. If you want to implement something, so you just take it out. Extend implement with on item selected listener as usual. Okay, so still the Gradle is executing. So choose a running device, click on OK button. So it is installing. So success. See. So when I click, it is showing the all these things. So I have selected gingerbread. So I'd like to implement whatever I selected here at the place of hello world. So just come here, and for the text view just implement some colors and size. So text color, so I'm making it as a red color, a default RGB value. If you want to change your color, you can change it out, and you can take some text size. I'm taking that as a 30 dp. So that must be SP as it is for a text view, and create some margin bottom. So let us say 20 dp. So it creates some white space below this particular thing. Just you can have a look that at your preview, or actually preview should be available here. It is not available, rendering problem here, so no issues. it has been resolved. Click on this, run it. So before going to get it, so click on OK. Oops. I think it's not declared as layout below here. Let me check. Yeah, I did not declare that. And given layout below at the right ID label. Save this. And now, as you when I select some item from that, so it should take some action, right? So for that we should implement a listener. So just come here, implement. So on item selected listener here. So on item selected. So why? Because we are not clicking, we are selecting. So on item selected listener, go to on item. Yeah, so here it is, on item selected listener. So just save this, automatically it will throw you an error. Just go here, okay. For the spinner I am taking it, so spinner dot set on item selected listener. Set on item selected listener. Just pass this, save it, and it will throw you an error. Please do wait. Okay. Implement the methods on item selected, on nothing selected are the two default methods. So save them. So if you select an item, what should be happen? If I select an item, that should be taken and replaced with a text view. So for that I have to load them into my list view, into my activity. So just load your text view. So we already know if you want to take any view, you have to just create an object for that. Text view text is equals to, so typecast to the text view, and using find view by method identify that in your from the layout. So I named it as label, save. So now that should be replaced to a text view when something has been selected. So means text view, so it has been made as local, so I am not getting that object. So just made this global. So means outside of your on create method. So just take it a text view and with semicolon. Now come here to your on item selected method. So text view dot set text of your character sequence. So whatever where you are trying to select it from the spin. So even I am not able to get the spin object also. Okay, so let's create this to at a global position. Just come here, make it globalized variable. So that is where it is always a good practice to make it everything global so that we can use it everywhere. So yeah, come here. So spinner dot, so here I am setting that, sorry, selected at on spinner dot item, whichever are the item I selected. So get item selected will be the method for me, get item selected. So get important. So get selected item. Okay. So but it is showing some warning because here it is returning a particular view that should be typecast. Okay, so cast to parameter int or cast to parameter to the char sequence, that should be character sequence. Why? Because it is returning a string value, so just cast it. Click on this. So why? Because we cannot remember all these many classes and methods. So the only thing you have to know is so how to get it. So to get something we use getter methods, to get set something we use setter methods. So if you to set an adapter we use set adapter, if you to get we use getter methods. So here I would like to get the selected item from your adapter view spinner, so I am getting it. This is called backstack, which is previously created. So defaultly Cupcake, go to Froyo, so it has been optimized and selected. Okay, so this is how we work with the spinner views. Okay, so we are all done with the grid view, custom grid view, list views and spinner views. So just do practice yourself. Do let me know if you have any doubts. Let me wind up. Okay,
Yeah.
okay
Okay.
then. Yeah, good night.
Thank you. Can you send the video today?
Sure, let me convert it and send it.
Okay. Thank you.